2022, new year, new me. I've decided this year I'm going to go hard on GZ Doom games because that's so out of line with my normal personality. Am I right, YouTube? Kick a door into somebody's face and tell me you can't feel the dopamine rush. You might get the impression that I really love GZ Doom games, and it's because I really love GZ Doom games. Beyond Sunset currently has a demo out on Steam, and you bet I was up far past my bedtime playing through it. It's in development by Metacorp, presumably a reference to the Cyberpunk company and not the debt collection firm. Beyond Sunset bills itself as a synth-punk first-person action RPG with an emphasis on mobility, DOS-inspired graphics, and fluid motion. Also, the soundtrack was made by Carl Vincent, who is probably more synth than human by this point. If you haven't listened to his soundtrack, it's in the video description. Taking place in the future of 20XX, Beyond Sunset puts you in the role of an amnesiac woken out of cryosleep to help take down a crime syndicate in return for your memories and identity. It's all a pretense for knocking the crap out of a small army of robots and soldiers. On your side, you have a trusty katana as a melee weapon that can also reflect bullets back at the shooter. The pistol can be charged to disarm shield soldiers and seems to have infinite ammo. SMGs are here to be badass and dual wield. And the shotgun is a shotgun. Your mobility includes a double jump and a dash, plus you can swing your blade and immediately kill most enemies in front of you to drop health and ammo. Now, GZ Doom games have a tendency to be like an on-call dominatrix, ready to come over and whip you into submission, but in a loving and consensual manner that you're eventually supposed to overcome. Beyond Sunset is no different, and I will say putting the difficulty on the second highest level led to a lot of ass-kickings, especially that final boss that might be the most satisfying fight I'll be having for the first half of this year. The hardest part of the demo comes in the form of these big robots that sponge bullets, wall you in, and can KO you from full health and armor within a couple seconds with their flamethrower. In fact, most of my deaths in the demo came from getting walled in by a group of swarming robots, which to a smarter person is where that fancy special attack comes in handy. Beyond Sunset has some beautiful animations, from enemies shooting their guns as they go down to getting sliced in half or blowing up. Cutting down a room of bad guys with your katana is the ice cream, and watching them die in glorious fashion is the cherry on top. There's an RPG element with a side quest and dialogue that'll be more fleshed out in the full game. I helped out a robot by picking the right dialogue choices and got rewarded with a better weapon at a later sequence. Other than that, Beyond Sunset's demo shows off tight controls, intense gameplay, and a rockin' soundtrack. If you haven't checked it out yet, you're really missing out on a promising upcoming title. Links to the Steam store in the description. Like and subscribe for more of this very fluid speaking.